History Month video series featuring Black farmers and gardeners here in the Bootheel. My name is Mary Ann Wright, and I'm a 4-H area educator and assistant to the regional coordinator for Lincoln University Cooperative Extension. This project is led by some of the teens who participate in our Lincoln 4-H program, and today's interview is being led by Miss Nor'taysia McIntyre.
Hello, I'm Nor'taysia, and I am a sophomore at Hayti High School. It's my pleasure to introduce Ms. Nan Macklin.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here with you, Nor'taysia.
Tell us a little about yourself.
To start off, I want to say that I am a mother, a wife, grandmother. I also am an employee of MU, University of Missouri, where I work for ParentLink. And I am also a community healthcare worker, which that's just being out in the community. I've been in the community for 30 plus years, as long as I've been living here. So yeah, I love people. I am a people person. I talk to everybody. I don't meet a stranger. And so today, I'm glad to be a part of what you're doing, Nor'taysia.
Appreciate it. This year's series is focused on farming and gardening. What is your interest in this area?
Okay, so as a farmer or a gardener, I am a gardener, and this is what I bought to let you all know that as a gardener, you kind of can, you know, and so you don't, you do things, you grow your different vegetables or whatever you know, want to grow in the summertime, but of course, winter is going to come.
Yeah.
So what you do in the summer, you put it up for the winter. And so this is what, this is one of the products that I did. This is called Chow Chow. You can keep this jar up to 4 or 5 years. Now this is on the shelf. Make sure in order if you're going to keep it that long, you have to prep it right.
Yeah.
So you have to do, you know, do the process. You don't just chop it up and then put it in a jar, but there's a process to it. And if you follow the process, you can keep it on the shelf. I've been had this on the shelf. These are some of my newer canning. I just did this past summer, but some of them I had since 2020. And I don't just do chow chow. I do the watermelon rind rallies. I do homemade jams like strawberries. I do apple butter. Have you ever heard of apple butter?
Yeah.
The brown apple butter, good on some good hot biscuits. I make homemade biscuits, honey. And
What sparks your interest in gardening or farming?
so I've been. What sparked my interest is first of all, I want to provide for my family healthy, inexpensive food. Okay, because you're going to buy a pack of seeds for 25 cents, and it's going to make a plethora of stuff. You can even share with your neighbors if they nice.
Yeah.
You know, I got some nice neighbors. So. But my my gardening goes way back to my grandmother. We would go to my grandmother in the summer after school. But and so we would go to her home in the summer, and they lived in the country, you know, and so they would have a garden, and so we would always have a garden. I love it, so I just took it up. So I like gardening. I like doing. I got flowers in the house. I like that the earth. Anything I do with the earth, I want to be close as I can to it.
How did you learn to be a better grower? And did you take any classes or have a mentor?
I did not. I haven't taken any classes, but I'm going to tell you who's my best friend, YouTube. But I've learned a lot of things. And plus, I called other people, other gardeners up. Different people. I know some good friends that do gardens. And so I'm like, okay, what do you plant? You know, even from Illinois, some girls, ladies rather, that I know, they got big farms. So they plant stuff. And I'm like, okay, what do you plant this? What's wrong with this? What's wrong with that? And I also go to some of the events that Lincoln University have. They have a lot of garden classes. They have a lot of events that you can go and learn from. And my grandmother always told me, and this is a lesson and I would say a quote that I will always hold dear to me. Get all you can and can all you get.
That's right. All right, what are some benefits you find in gardening or farming?
Now, gardening, you're going to get, okay, so what it is about gardening that's beneficial, it's what you put in the soil. Yeah. You don't have to guesstimate, well, wonder what they put in there. But you know that you're using the best soil. You're not using chemicals. You're using natural things for insects. you using, yeah. And so when you take it in the house, you know what's in the jar. I know what's in here because I made it.
Yeah.
So I don't have to guess, well, wonder how long it's been on the shelf. And normally I would label them and also put the year on it, you know, so I can know.
What are the biggest obstacles that you face?
The biggest obstacle I face with gardening is not having the time to really work it like I need to. And sometimes you let things run. So I said this year I won't do a real big garden because I don't just do my day job. I got a night job. My husband and I are in the ministry. So we you know, we got the grandchildren. So that's my biggest obstacle, is just having the time to do it.
Do you think it's harder to being a person of color to obtain information about plants and growing?
It used to be, but now in this season or in this era, there's internet, there's Pinterest, so it's more accessible now than it used to be. But I never really had that to be a challenge because, like I said, honey, I lean on them older folks. Them seasoned citizens, they're going to help you to be what you need to be. But a lot of times, we won't rely and count on them. Oh, they don't know, but baby, they know. You don't have to create the wheel is already there. You just need to get on it. And so that's what I do. I'll call them up and say, hey, what to do.
Why would you encourage youth to pursue agriculture professions or gardening as a hobby?
Because first of all, it's the way of the world. If you don't grow different things that we have to eat, then it won't be in the store. All of that comes from somewhere. And so it comes from an agricultural field where they're growing different things, where they're testing the soil. And you don't have to just be the farmer. You could be the one that owns the farm, honey.
Right. What advice would you give those who want to do that?
I would say, reach out to your local JAG, just like in school. JAG is a class where it teaches you about the different industries. I would say go get in touch with your local university, your extensions. Those are the ones that will carry or that title, that agricultural. And we had a really good program here, even with Lincoln University. That agriculture program is top notch. And we also, MU, have a agricultural class. So yeah, all of those are schools, different schools that you can get in.
Do you use your farming or gardening as an outreach in your community?
I do, and that's because I share, like I said earlier, I share with my community, so that's an outreach. When you're reaching out to others, you're helping others. And certainly the older women and men that can't get out, I want to make sure that they're good. And they grew up on peas and beans and greens and stuff like that. So they would be the one that I would certainly reach out to and say, hey, I got it over here, it's free for the taking.
What do you do to advocate for social justice in our area?
Do like I'm doing now, talk. Go to different meetings. Like I said, I go to the different community meetings. We go to meetings as it relates to things that are going on in the community, in the schools. And so, yeah, I'm going to always advocate for the young people. I'm going to advocate for my community, and I'm certainly going to advocate for my people.
Right. This is Black History Month. Is there anything else you would like to share regarding your feelings of being a person of color in agriculture or in our community in general?
Because it is Black History Month, I'm so grateful that we have a platform that we can say, hey, we haven't arrived, but we're getting there. Right. I am so grateful to say that even as Black History, we can look back on and stand on our forefathers' shoulder and let them know that we're still striving to be the best we can be. Best people we can be. I am so thankful that even during the Black History Month that we can look back and say, you know what, Grandpa or Grandmama or TT or whoever that was gardening back then, I'm still keeping it going. And so I think that's what we need to do. We don't need to let our heritage die. We need to always know that it's something we can do that we can tell our kids and our grandkids that we didn't get this far on our own. And I certainly don't want to take it for granted that because my grandmother taught me how to do all these different things, that I'm just gonna let them die and go to the wayside. So I'm thankful for this opportunity to share with you all of the things, and these are just some of the sentiments of my heart. But I'm so grateful that you chose me to talk to today.
Yeah. Thank you. It's such an honor for you coming and speaking with me today.
You're welcome.
Thank you for joining me today. This is one video in the series featuring Black farmers and gardening in the Bootheel. Be sure to visit the Pemiscot County 4-H Facebook page and the Bootheel 4-H YouTube channel for additional videos